Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Police hunting gunmen following robbery in Manchester. Police have launched a manhunt in search of gunmen who robbed a supermarket at Nashville in Mandeville on Tuesday evening. A police report that shortly after 6 p.m., 4 gunmen held up an establishment where they stole cash from the supermarket and cell phones from customers. The gunmen also stole a live firearm and ammunition during the robbery. Police have revealed that the gunmen are from Clarendon. Head of the Manchester Police, Superintendent Shane McCullough, confirmed that one of the gunmen was shot by a live firearm holder as they made their escape from the supermarket. The injured gunman was found near the scene, suffering from gunshot wounds and taken to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. His accomplices escaped in a motor car. American fugitive nabbed in Manchester. An American fugitive, who is wanted in the state of New York, was arrested during a pre-dawn operation carried out by members of the Jamaica Fugitive Apprehensive Team and CTOC Special Ops in Greenville, Manchester on Wednesday, November 23. Arrested is 18-year-old Matthew Pinnock, who is wanted on a provisional warrant of arrest under the Extradition Act attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, robbery, assault, criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment, among other charges. Reports are that the team went to the premises in the community where a house was searched and Pinnock was found hiding. He was subsequently transported to Kingston, where he remains in custody. He is set to appear in the Corporate Areas Parish Court on Friday, November 25th. Mandeville Mayor and family concerned about niece missing in Trinidad. Mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, says there is growing concern over his niece, Kimberly Lorman John, who has been missing in Trinidad since Saturday, November 19. Reports from the Trinidad and Tobago police are that John, a 32-year-old security guard, left her home in Orangefield, Trace Village, around 4:40 a.m. to go to work. She was expected to meet a company vehicle which was waiting to pick her up 10 minutes away from her home. However, John did not show up, although she told the driver that she was on her way. The mayor, during an interview with Trinidad and Tobago Newsday, disclosed that the family was not doing well and were losing hope. "We are losing hope. As the days goes by, it's becoming a little bit painful and stressful. The tears are beginning to fall as time proceeds," Michelle said, adding that while he has not been in contact with authorities in Trinidad, other members of the family have been, and he has reached out to the Jamaica High Commission. Mitchell also revealed that he was in contact with an alderman and chairman of Trinidad and Tobago Association of Legal Government Authorities, Anthony Roberts, as well as the Hunter Search and Rescue Team, who he said has been sharing whatever information they have. John's disappearance has been hard on the family, as she has been described as one who would not run off leaving her responsibilities. The missing woman's sister, Janelle Stewart, pleaded with anyone with information to come forward. She is extremely driven and hardworking and would not be the type of person to just run off leaving her responsibilities. Also, pleading to the public that if they know or have any information, please contact the police or the rescue team led by Captain Valance, Stewart said. She added that John never disclosed any grievance with anyone. John has been living in Trinidad for approximately 6 years and is married to a Trinidadian, who Stewart said is devastated about his wife being missing. Her family and friends are currently in agony and so much pain because we know her character and how hard she works for the things she has and building a relationship with close ones around her. She is not deserving of this, and because we know this, we are left heartbroken and almost speechless, Stewart stated. Stewart added that she is concerned by the Trinidadian police lack of urgency in searching for John and hopes that with the media attention, the police will be forced to work the case more efficiently. 81-year-old landlord charged for assaulting tenant and child. An 81-year-old landlord was charged with 2 counts of assault, occasionally actually bodily harm, after he allegedly used a machete to chop his tenant on the head and then attacked the man's 12-year-old child. The accused, Thomas Butner, pleaded not guilty to the charges when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. The allegations are that on September 14, Butner barred the complainant from entering the premises because he claimed the man owed rent. Butner, the court was told, retrieved a machete and used it to hit the complainant on the right side of his head. In relation to the other count of assault, occasionally actually bodily harm, it was revealed that on November 8, the child arrived home from school when he was attacked by Butner, who resulted in him sustaining an injury to his right leg. The extent of his injury was not disclosed in court. Responding to his not guilty plea, Senior Parish Judge Lawyer Cole Montague asked Buckner if he did anything to them, to which he answered, "I set them a try set me up." The adult complainant explained to the judge that they had since moved from the premises. However, given that the father and son still live in the community, he explained that Buckner is still harassing his child. "Your Honor, don't listen to this man," the father began, then added that from the very first day he moved in, he was harassed by Buckner. "Your Honor, him still seeing my child and throwing him middle finger up to yesterday, Monday, November 21. He was throwing up my child middle finger. He might be old, but he is a very dangerous man," he told the judge. "I never thought I would ever have to say this of an 81-year-old man, but don't show the child no middle finger," Cole Montague said. The man noted that when he went to the hospital after he was allegedly wounded by Buckner, when he told the doctor what caused his injuries, he claimed that the doctor was not sure that Buckner was the culprit. "He's a nuisance to the community," the man said. The matter was referred to restorative justice, where they would be able to hear their grievance in front of a trained impartial mediator. Additionally, the matter was set to be mentioned again on January 18, 2022. Prime Minister says only 12 murders recorded in first 5 days of recently declared SOEs, lowest number of murders recorded in a week for the year. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says only 12 murders were recorded in the first 5 days of the recently declared states of public emergency. On November 15, the SOEs were implemented in Clarendon, St. Catherine North and South, St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Andrew South and Kingston West, East and Central, in response to an increase in criminal activities and public disorder. Speaking in Parliament on November 22nd, just before MPs voted on the extension of the SOEs, Mr. Holness noted that since the implementation of the security measure, Jamaica recorded a decline in murders recorded in a week. He pointed out that 12 murders recorded were the lowest in years.
As of November 13th, 2022, that is the Sunday before the SOE was declared, we were at 1,306. This was a 6.8 percentage point above last year. These high levels of homicide are evident in 10 of 19 police divisions, which have yielded 72% of murders and 75% of shootings nationally. Madam Speaker, last week of the 13th of November to the 19th of November, 12 murders were recorded nationally. 12. This is the lowest number of murders recorded in a week for this year. And in fact, it is the lowest number recorded in any week since 2015. And this is only 5 days of the week which were under state of public emergency.
Minister highlights importance of local government. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie says only a few things could better illustrate the effectiveness and importance of local government than Jamaica's management and response to the COVID-19 pandemic. In a prepared text read by Portia Marie Mayer, Councillor Richard Query at the Local Government and Community Monthly Mayor Forum in Lucy, Hanover, on November 22nd, McKenzie said that until the pandemic struck in March 2020, he was not sure whether many people were fully aware of the multiple roles played by local government in dealing with and responding to a national crisis. The role of the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, its agency, and local authorities play in fighting COVID-19 pandemic shows that the system of local government is highly important and relevant in the life of Jamaica, the minister argued. There is no form of community or national development that can take place without the involvement of local government. Contrary to what you may have heard, our role is not limited to the clearing of drains. The numbering of roads is done through local government. The approval of residential and commercial building, including hotels, is done through local government. Civic events are managed by and through local government. The burial of the dead is also regulated by local government. And as in every area of life, effective local government depends on good leadership, he added. At the same time, McKenzie implored the young mayors to get all their peers enrolled in the Youth Summer Employment Program, noting that the numbers have risen from 2,000 from the program's inception in 2018 to over 7,000 in 2020. We are expecting it to be even bigger next year. This year, we had over 7,000 young people employed for 4 weeks, where our wide-side range of functions were carried out. Whether it was the conducting of surveys of our indigent and homeless population, night auditing of the streetlight network, working with the disaster coordinator to ensure hurricane headlines or assisting in COVID vaccine drive, the program has been very effective, McKenzie stated. The minister said he is happy to see the youth males gaining invaluable experiences by having a front row seat to the inner working of the local authorities and having the opportunity to see what representing your fellow citizens is really like. You are therefore being equipped, even at your tender ages, with many of the tools you will need for effective service. It is my fervent hope that many of your peers will also catch the spirit of service through local government and make our system richer and more dynamic through active participation, Mackenzie added. The forum was held under the theme, Reigniting a Nation for Greatness through Local Government. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell